First of all, I want to talk about Oztumer. First start for him against Walsall. Did you see enough of him? Lots of fans giving him praise. Have you seen enough of him? Obviously, you knew him very well anyway, but is he a player you see has a key role moving forward?
Very much so. Yeah, I thought he was very good, particularly first half at Walsall, and he's trained very well again this week. So from that perspective, really well with how he's settled, and he's a quality player, and I think he's only going to get better moving forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, with players like that, you know what you're getting when you bring them in with their experience, don't you? And that's what you needed to see, I suppose, that experience to tell and have that influence on the rest of the team.
Yeah, he's experienced and he's played across different levels in this country and abroad. So he knows the game very well, tactically very, very astute, and he's got very, very good quality. He can create and he can score. But he also understands the game defensively and without the ball, and he's clever enough to know his role. Physically, also works very hard. So, in terms of the substitute appearances he's made, and then his first start last week, really pleased with how he started with us.
Yeah, 10 games in now in the league. How do you assess the season so far? Where do you think Rovers are?
I think we've come a long way in terms of a period of time. I think from where the club was as a whole when I walked in the door to where we are now. Probably a little over 10 months with obviously a lockdown period within that. I think we've done very well in terms of what we've managed to put in place and the sort of the process we wanted to go through. Everyone at the club has done a great job in that respect. So I'd have liked a few more points on the board, if I'm being honest, from our start. And I think we could easily have done that. But it's where we are. The group's improving all the time. We're getting players back fit. That's adding to competition. And we want to push on and get in the top half of that league and, be as high up the league table as we can.
Yeah. Is there also a part of you, though, that has to look downwards, look over your shoulder, given, it's very tight, isn't it, in the table? Things can change quickly.
Yeah, I think back-to-back wins accelerate you up that league and you can jump, a number of places. But likewise, if you're winning games, you can slip down. So our focus is very much on upwards. We want to move up the table. I think it's the process that we've gone through, the way we've recruited. It's going to be an upward curve. Is the aim because of the type of player we've brought in and the profile and the age of those players. We feel that they're players that are going to develop and get better with games and experience. So that's the aim. To get up, as high up that league table as we can, as quickly as we can. And I think when you do that and you get the confidence and the momentum that builds, can make a big difference and a real impact.
Yeah. Fleetwood are next up. What sort of a game are you expecting?
I think Fleetwood are a very good team. Very, very strong squad. I think phenomenal experience in their team and players, that have played, higher levels and a number of levels across the divisions in this country, and a really good squad, really good team. I think they've shown this season they can rotate their team and not really suffer a lot of quality. And I think they've built over the couple of seasons under Joey there now. They've improved season on season in terms of their depth and obviously what they're trying to do there. So, like I say, really good squad. We know we're certainly going to have to be at our best to win the game tomorrow, but that's what we want to do. And we're confident we can do that if we get our performance right and focus on us.
Yeah, you mentioned Joey Barton there. He's got a little bit of previous, I suppose, in many ways against Rovers, having been sent off to the stands back in last December now, wasn't it? What do you make of his management style?
I don't know, to be honest. I'm not inside their club. I don't see how he is on a day-to-day basis. And my interactions with him after games have always been very good. He's good company and very passionate about the game. And like I say, I think he's done a good job over the period of time that he's been there at Fleetwood. So, as to how he is, I can't comment. I don't see it daily, and how they can, what they do. That's their concern, and my focus and my concern is very much with us.
Yeah, and you mentioned they've got a lot of experienced players, a lot of players as well that know where the goal is as well, haven't they? How to score goals. I guess that means in a game like this, you need to be switched on defensively. You'll say that's the same game plan every game.
Yeah, exactly that. I think every game in League One poses a different challenge in that respect, in terms of the way teams play. And I think you can lose to any team in this division if you're not at it and you don't defend well. So we know that's the case tomorrow, without doubt. You know, like I said, they've got a lot of backing threats, got a lot of quality throughout their team, and we managed 2 clean sheets against them last season. So if we can do the same again tomorrow, then that'd be great. And you know, we can pose the attacking threat and score the goals that we want to score. That will lead to 3 points.
Yeah, and just finally, I mean, how important is it? Obviously, it's very important, but to build on that win in the FA Cup, now back in the league, and get on a run back in League One.
Yeah, essential. You know, this is League One's, you know, the main focus of the season, as it is for any club. You know, your league is your you know, the mainstay in the season and what needs to be the most important thing. But we also want to have cup runs beyond that. So we want to get, like I say, get in the top half of that table and push up as far as we can. But we also want to progress. You know, we're into the second round of the FA Cup. We want to get into the third round and hopefully beyond that. We also want to progress in the EFL Trophy, which we play midweek. So, you know, focus is on, obviously, the immediate focus is on tomorrow and trying to get those 3 points and get some momentum in the league and pushing that top half. But we want to win each game we play.
Yeah, good luck, Ben. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Pleasure.